Welcome to today's mobility, where we focus on key areas that come under tightness or shortening with regular running. So today we'll be looking over at the hamstrings, the quads, the calves, the Achilles, and your ankles and glutes. They're the key areas we zone into today. You'll need a massage stick, which we'll put over to the side for the moment, and we'll utilize a little later. Two check-ins to get started, one standing, one lying. The first one is going to be a single leg hamstring check-in. We're going to place your feet shoulder width apart. So if your shoulders were to go straight down your body, they would land right there. Two hands at the top of your left leg. You're going to lean down towards your ankles, keeping your knee nice and straight with both hands on top of each other. You're going to draw a line at where you're reaching as a start point. Head back to the center line of your body, now down the other side of your leg, keeping in contact with the leg as it starts to bite. Draw that line as it feels like it couldn't go any further, and note the differential between your left and your right. Are they parallel? Are they different? Is one a little longer than the other in terms of flexibility? Great starting point. Remember where you were? We'll check in again at the end of today's session. Head down towards the mat. Relax onto your front here and stretch one leg back, looking to push your heel as close to your bum as possible. If you can, holding your ankle there, reach your heel to your bottom, lift the knee up off the floor. Take note as you look down your body how far that knee can come off the floor, and this is a true recognition of where you can feel either in the back or in the quads as you relax down, go to the other side, your hip flexion is. So your mobility of your hip flexion. Try the other side, knees together, heel to bump, hold the ankle, lift that knee up in the air. If the knee starts to separate from the other leg over to the side, stop where you are, that's the full motion. If it feels too painful for your quads, stop where you are, that's the full motion. If your heel doesn't quite hit your glutes, your bum, stop where you are, that's your full motion. We'll come back and check this out towards the end of the session. Slowly stand up for us. We start off today with the hamstrings and 3 key exercises for the hamstrings. We're going to start off by gathering the chickens. That's one leg straight, toes up, bend the back leg, bum behind, keeping that front leg straight, scoop under. Keep on the same side, a bit different to what we usually would do in a Personify track session. So stay with me here. You're focusing on getting a little lower towards the ground. Remember, focus on your levels of mobility today. From an accountability purpose, I would love to hear what your favorite exercise, or the most efficient, let's call it, the most efficient exercise that you find in terms of lengthening an area that's potentially tight was today. Last one. Okay, we're going to drop that leg back, the other leg comes forwards, toes come up, bend that side and just lean forwards. Can you tell the difference between this side when you start and the other side when you finished? Maybe you're not quite getting as low towards the ground as you were on the other side. Maybe it's starting to progress now. It just shows throughout that, one, you're understanding how your body works, regular tightnesses that you get, and particularly how effective mobility is in loosening those off. Last one. Fantastic. Find yourself a wall, a chair, or something to lean against. You're going to kick your leg back into a heel flick, which strengthens or lengthens the quads and shortens the hamstrings. You're then going to straighten that leg in front, straightening and stretching the hamstrings, lengthening the quads. You're going to repeat that motion. You're going to place your hand onto your hip. Now, as your hand's in that position onto your hip, what it allows is for you to see if there's any movement of the hip itself. Keep that going on the same side. Lovely job. Focusing on the hamstrings here, looking to get a little higher without moving your upper half of your body. So the hip alignment, if it's playing up, it's going to be following the leg. That tells us that your running style will likely be affected when you run due to tightness of the hamstrings. Keep the upper half of the body still and keep kicking. 2, and last one, change legs. Spin it round, use the other hand onto the hip. Keep that same side nice and still, upper half of the body still and efficient when you run, so that the key muscles, the legs, are utilizing your energy to its full potential. Go on, guys, let's do this. Let's go for it. Simple exercise, so effective. Shortening, lengthening the muscles, therefore sending blood and oxygen to the key joints at the hips, behind the knee, and therefore with it oxygen feeds and recovers those areas effectively. 3, 2 more, last one. Brilliant. Okay, shake out those sides itself here. Fantastic. Next up, we go down towards the ground. You grab your massage stick if you have that with you. If not, we can adapt, but it would be more effective with this. Lovely job. So here we focus on flattening your back. You do that by pulling your belly button in. Stretch your arms up above your chest if you can, if you feel comfortable to, and just kick your legs back so that the toes surpass the massage stick. You can see the toes past that massage stick itself. Brilliant work, guys. Really focus on this for straightening dynamically the hamstrings. Next up, massage stick down by the side, or if you prefer, you can use this as a grip. Keep that leg nice and straight, and then stretch your toes high. Then bring the toes low, heels high. Good, keep that going. Take this moment just to take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Lovely job. Brilliant. Bend that knee. As you bring the knee close to your chest, the goal here is to straighten the leg. With that, the upper thigh will start to move away from the body. That's normal. But note, you're now stretching the top part of the back of your leg, the area where the hamstrings attach to your main section of your body, and this allows your leg not to, well, fall off when you run each step. And that's quite needed, especially in any type of running. Lovely job. Really stretch the heel away from the body as you straighten up the knee. Last 2, final 1. Brilliant. Now bend that knee, massage stick goes on top, holding that knee towards your chest, then to your shoulder, move the other leg away from the body, stretching out. Brilliant. Take a deep breath in and out. Bring that back to the middle. Place that down, lift that massage stick above your head. Kick the legs one at a time in front of you. Notice one is likely a little bit more rusty than the other. In terms of the mobility, doesn't feel as fluid as the other side. Great work. Last one, and leave that leg straight. Place the massage stick behind. Lower your lower back towards the ground. Keep that nice and high. Put your toes high, and then bring those back towards your shins. Repeat that motion. Good work. Keep that going. From the postural side, it is key, as you've already seen today, with the upper half of the body staying nice and still. And as you pull these down, it might feel a little bit tighter at first. That tightness does loosen. Doing great, guys. But that posture does have an impact on the back. Note that we have a few exercises for the back that comes through today as well. Final ones here for the hamstrings that can loosen the back. The hamstrings are tight, the back feels an impact. Fantastic work. Okay, we're going to bend that knee close towards your chest here. From here, you're going to straighten the leg as much as you feel comfortable to, and note that the leg might start to drop away from your midline of your body. Hold that close to your body and straighten at the knee. Good work. Up the hamstrings, fantastic for most here if they're tight. Push the heel away from the body, straighten the leg for 2 more times, and the final time. And pull that knee close to your body. Bring that over towards your shoulder, and straighten the other leg away from the body here. Just creating that extra alignment through the front of the legs on that straight leg. Toes upwards. Good. Pull that back to the middle, hands above the head, kick that back. Lovely job. Next up, we go through the quadriceps. Key area here to focus on your impactful part of your running stride. And to do this, we spin around onto our front. We relax the massage stick out to the side, place your hands onto a cushion, pillow, or your head onto your hands if easier. Knees together, kick your heels back one at a time, focusing similar to the static check-in that we did before. Okay, then spin around onto your side, so you're now facing towards the screen. Hand bent underneath if your shoulder allows, and bend that knee so it's at 90 degrees from the hip. This is your starting point as you drive the other knee up parallel. Hold the ankle by lifting the knee higher. This is ideal if you have reduced quad mobility, if you found it really hard in that first stretch to get the heel towards the bum, because this allows that flexion of the quadriceps, just like in a knee drive when you're running. Pull that knee back so the heel is towards the bum, knee away from the body, and just relax in that position as much as you feel comfortable to by taking a deep breath in and out through the nose if you can. Another one in and out. With that knee back up to the starting position, this time we're going to squeeze our buttocks together as the knee goes away from the body. By doing that, you recruit an activation through your quads. Really key here. Suddenly, it's an elevated stretch through the front of your thigh. Temptation is for the knee to come high towards the ceiling or sky. Instead, keep it parallel throughout. Good work, guys. Okay. Shake that out. Spin it round onto your front again here. Your legs down. You're going to look to hold the ankle and you're going to lift it up above the ground a little higher. If you feel any tension through the back, then just relax your hips low and don't let the back curve. Brilliant. Okay, we head to the other side. For this purpose, I spin it round, bring the other leg up to 90 degrees and the opposite leg parallel. Holding the ankle, pull that down so the knee is away from the body. Brilliant. This is our starting position here. With this one, you feel that stretch through the front of the leg, maybe the top, maybe around the knee. These are the two connections on the muscles that we are stretching here and where they insert and where they originate from. Okay, relax that back through. Parallel to the other side. What we're going to do now is squeeze the buttocks as the knee goes away from the body. This allows, and holding that position here, the legs to just have a greater level of stretch, as we mentioned before. Fantastic work, team. You're doing great. Okay, relax that back down. Spin it round onto your front. From here, we go to hold the ankle if possible. If not, the back of your sock or leg. From here, you're going to drive that knee up and relax the hips down. No tension in the lower back. If that's the case, you'll notice you've got a curvature of your spine. Relax the belly button down towards the ground and keep those knees parallel. Drive those down, hands onto your mat, head relaxed onto those, and lightly kick back to loosen off the quads there. Gentle movements through your quadriceps here, loosening around the knees, around the top of the hips too. So why do the hamstrings and quads get tight? The hamstrings typically get tight when the hip flexors at the front of your body are shortened from sitting down for long periods of time. Talk about this a lot in mobility. Quads get tight for overloading and landing in front of your body. Equally, very common amongst our mobility sides here. Now you can place a cushion underneath your knees. We're going to focus on those hip flexors, the tops of what seems like the quads here as we drive the knees or keep the knees together. Bring your hand across your body into an X and just slowly lean back, shortening the movement of at the knee. Lovely job. Start to get a little lower as we pass halfway. And we go for 2 more of these reps, nice and controlled, loosening off around the knee and squeezing your glutes to power your hips forwards. Are you noticing your hips drop back? Last one. Okay. From here, we're going to place our hands forwards. You're going to tuck your toes in so that you have a little bit more motion around the Achilles. You're going to place your hands onto the back of your Achilles and you're just going to sit back towards those to stretch out those Achilles slightly. And then going to move back onto all four, and you're going to push your bum up into the end, buttocks up into the air, and you're going to push your heels into the floor, lengthening the calves and getting some mobility into those now. Fantastic. The further you push your heels to the floor, the more you feel through the calves. The shoulders feel tight, drop the knees down now. That's fine. Drop your chin down to your chest, stretch out the back. Now here we're going to push one hand away from your body and lengthen through the shoulders and through the back. Then the other side. And again, and the other side. Tuck those toes in, heels push back, bum down towards the heels, stretch out the bottom of the feet. If you notice this doesn't feel like much of a stretch, bring the feet closer together, lean further back, and push your toes, tuck them under more. Now we're going to point the toes away from the body, getting more motion into the ankles. Now this means we're going to lengthen the ankle at the front, and you're going to push your toes and your heels downwards lightly. Sitting here back, you'll feel a stretch in the front of the ankles. Bring one leg back, rotate the ankles round to loosen the area and get more freedom around the ankle joint itself without putting impact through it. Change direction. If you've noticed discomfort through the ankles, if you've been doing more proprioception, it's feeling a bit of strain from that, or maybe as you change sides, you've twisted it, landed awkwardly, or running on a camber, this next exercise is a massage specifically to loosen off the ankles. Note if you feel any pain or any severe tightness in this to loosen straight away. Now what we're going to use here is our thumbs. You're going to place this along the inside line of your ankle. So that comes onto the inside of the Achilles and the ankle itself, and you're going to do small circular movements through your thumb. Now with this, what you're looking to do is just loosen either side of the part that sticks out of your Achilles, your calf. The strain shortens with calf movements, more hills, more sprint work, and therefore as you move up towards the inside of the knee, with just 3 rotations, 2 centimeters up, 3 rotations, repeat. You may notice a little bit of tightness on the outside. As you get to the inside of the knee here, you've got the second part of the calf and the attachment, and there might be a little bit more tightness here, maybe none at all. Head over to the other side now. Good. Last couple here. Just 2 centimeters, 3 rotations, head up towards the inside of the knee. Next up, we'll need our massage stick. We're going to place that foot down here, and we're going to bring the massage stick underneath your calf. You're going to pull that massage stick upwards through the leg, it feels like, and back towards, slowly taking 5 seconds towards the knee. That's a typical massage stick motion we have. Today we adapt this with slow 3 centimeter rolls. So what you're going to do is you're going to do 5 3 centimeter rolls. So that's nice and controlled motions. And then you're going to move up to the top of that, about 3 centimeters higher, repeat. Keep going for 5 repetitions, moving up, 5 repetitions, moving up, 5 repetitions, moving up until you reach the back of the knee. Lovely. Then you're going to turn to 45 degrees, coming for the back outside of the calf, and you're going to do the same. 5 repetitions, move up. So where you're finishing those 5 repetitions, you're starting the next. Good work, guys. Keep that going. We've got the back and the glutes to finish here today. Onto the inside. Keep that going. Lovely job. Last few here. Well done. Head on to the other side. Again, start off with a complete roll through. How does that feel? 5 seconds to the top. And then 5 repetitions just above the Achilles, heading up until you start to make the back of the knee. Then head to the outside of the calf. Repeat that motion as long as it's the back of your body. And I'll show you from this angle here. Good. Slowly moving up. 5 reps and up a little higher. 5 reps and up a little higher. Good. Until you reach the outside of the knee. Onto the inside of the leg now. Again, just at an angle here. Nice work. Exactly the same as you've done throughout these legs. Brilliant work, guys. Okay, we're going to focus on the back next. You're going to relax. Put that muscle stick out to the side and relax on your back, lying down here. Arms out to the side and take a deep breath in. Bring the knees in close. Rock close side to side. Window wipers, rainbow, whatever you're feeling like today. We're going to place those across and get some momentum into the back. The shoulders stay grounded. The lower back moves whilst the shoulders stay there to focus on that holistic back movement. Drive that top knee down towards the floor and then repeat onto the other side, keeping it dynamic. So you barely pause here. As soon as that knee comes down, head over to the other side. Amazing work. Last couple. And it's just our waken up for the back. Slowly sitting up, gently coming around and placing your hands into all four. You're going to lower your belly button down. Head's going to come up nice and high. So low belly button here. And that's holding the water in the hip bucket. You're then going to pull that belly button in nice and tall and high. And chin down to your chest. And repeat that movement. Pulling it out the front. And then again, holding it into the bucket by bringing your belly button in. Chin down. And down. And up as we come through the last few exercises here. And down. Good work, guys. And up into your spine. Nice and tall. Nice and high. Fantastic. Okay, from this position we place our bum high. We stretch out our calf statically by pushing both heels down towards the ground, looking down at your toes. Drive the leg closest to the screen in and across your body. Place that down, drop the back leg. We're going to move that back leg away from the body here. Good, making sure it's moving backwards rather than out to the side. And then you're going to walk your hands in. Shoulders nice and high into our L stretch. We look behind your body by twisting through your neck. Not quite 360 degrees because we head round to the front and over the other side. We then walk our hands forwards, placing our hands into a triangular shape, relaxed fingers. We drop our head down and lean towards the side of the bent leg. Deep breath in and look to go a little lower if your legs allow you to. Fantastic. Bring up onto your hands, then onto your toes, hips high, swap sides, drive the other leg in. Bring that's the leg furthest away from the body. Bring that leg across your body as much as you feel comfortable to. The back leg drives back, feeling that tightness through the hips. Walk your hands in, nice and tall for your core. Look over your shoulder. Brilliant. Back to the middle over the other shoulder. Back to the middle. Repeat one more time on each side. And to the middle and the other side. Walk those hands lower to the pigeon pose. Hands into that triangle. Head down between the elbows and lean across onto the side. You can feel that. Lovely job. Fantastic. Okay, deep breath in. And as you go out, look to go a little bit close towards that side. Fantastic. Hands up, toes next, hips final, heels into the floor, sitting down, relaxing those legs. One leg straight, other leg across. Pull that through for your glutes to loosen off and reset and go again a little further and reset. Change sides. Pull that through, stretch out the glutes and reset. And repeat, looking in the opposite direction. Great work, guys. Okay, from here, we're going to spin it round onto our front. We're going to look to pull that heel back towards your bum, and you're going to drive the knee up higher to check in. Has that progressed on where you started. For me personally, it just feels so much looser through the front of the legs. Great to see if you're feeling the same. And remember, from accountability, as we move on to the other side, what was your most effective exercise today? Share that in the group and be accountable with your tick to show that you've turned up today, that you furthered yourself as we move on to the last check-in of the day to complete the mobility. Slowly onto your feet. Again, feet are shoulder width apart, facing forwards, hands overlapping each other onto one side. What is the hamstring saying in terms of mobility? Are you able to progress further, significantly further, or maybe a small amount more than at the beginning? Maybe not at all. Share that with the group and head on to the other side and see if that's the case. Have they leveled up to a level playing field, or have you noticed that one or both of them actually moved further through the motion? Well, you've just completed mobility. Thank you so much for joining us and appreciate you making the most of today. Have a great weekend.